This is the introduction video 1 to the Unbeing House. This is the Unbeing House, the house in which I have been tortured and was built for torture and as a mass personhood extermination site, exactly as Auschwitz was a mass use extermination site. I'm giving you the general view. Going outside to let you see a more general view. This is the neighbor's house. Too much cars to be such a small house, right? The same happens with this one. Here is the water meter of the Autoridad de Acueductos Alcantarillados. I'm sorry, peludo. Yeah, they like to let dogs wander the street. Right, here you have a general view. That you see here is called a buzón, a mailbox. It's an architectural feature in the roof, usually told that is because the sun rises here and sets there, so it helps to get more sunlight. That was the explanation I was given as I was growing up. This is supposedly, or what they tell it is, the main water valve from the street. This is lo que se llama en español, what is called in Spanish, la llave de paso. The main one. Or so they say. Here you have a more panoramic view. That is the balcony. This is the marquesina, the garage. Let's go to the general zone of the house. This zone is called the foundational zone. Why? Because here you can see the foundational columns, the original column size that sustain the whole house are these ones. Right? After the foundational zone, you have the solar energy system zone, is this one. Here you have the energy systems of the house. There are tracks of solar system at the roof, or so they say. I have never seen them by myself. I am not allowed to go to the roof. This is the main battery system. They have two energy switches, two main disconnect switches. This is one, and this is the other. This zone is the Reno house, the Reno zone. This was an add-on built around 1 year and a half ago. It was added to the first floor here. It was not an original house. I just want to see why they have this here. No, nothing in particular. It's not normal for a house having to butane gas for domestic use. We just let you know that since now. This is the Reno house. You are seeing one side now, you will see the other side later. Now we go to the frontal garden zone. They simply put pots here. Supposedly, there is a contention wall there. And we now enter to the fourth zone. That is the balcony zone, is this one. They this very recently. This was exposed floor. They covered it without reason because they never are there. They do absolutely nothing there. From here we go to the septic tank zone, that is this one. This is a septic tank, or so they say. There is another valve here, another water valve that you don't know for what exactly is. There are actually more water tubes here that you don't know exactly for where they are. They are covered. We're just going to see for what they are using this. It's not normal, this length of tubes you've been used. There is another tube going there that is very small. All right. In the septic tank zone, you have a vegetable garden, in Spanish called Puerto. Is this part that is seen here. You have two tubes there. Let me show them clearly. All right. From the septic tank zone, you connect again with the Reno zone that is here. Did you notice the direction of that? Keep in touch, we will explain that soon. Here, have a bunker. That is a bunker room, literally. It's a storage room they have closed. You cannot enter to it. There it is. I will try to show what is inside. There you see, in that side. No reasons to have the chairs there. This is the other side. No reasons to have all that either. I will explain it right now why, but as for now, know that the luggage, las maletas, the luggage boxes, they always put it in other side of this house. And the Christmas boxes, they always put it in other part. Now we're going to see the rain tanks, the rainwater tanks is zone. It's basically the garden. The other part of the garden. Here, you have a rain tank one. Here, you have a rain tank 2. There you have another rainwater storage. They have these absurd gardens around. He left that just now. He's saying when the progenitor leaves this, he says that I don't have food to eat. I need viandas. This is from my old bedroom. He never threw that. They never threw that. And this is the casita de atrás, the storage house. This is where they put those boxes you saw downstairs. They put them there. Here you have plenty of agua purificada bottles. They never use this kind of chairs. These appeared very recently. Look at the size of the water pipes of that dryer and washer that is there. They are very, very small pipes. Right, now we go inside of the House of Tortures. he closed the door. I will show right now how we access that door. Well, we're entering now the first floor. This is a bathroom that doesn't have shower. This is the main electrical panel of the house. And on the first floor, this is the kitchen. This is a storage zone. This is the main living room with dining and living combined. It's an open space. The only thing that is not open is this column here. Even the kitchen has an open space, something that is very rare in Puerto Rican setting. Those are the balloons they gave me for my birthday. At the same time, they toxicated me with cyanide, the same toxic gas of Auschwitz. Just to give you an idea of how their level of creepiness is, for not saying other more graphic words like Nazis. Okay, this is the balcony. Now we go to the second floor. You see those windows, right? They never touch those windows. They could have built this kind of square glasses here because it's only light, supposedly, but no, they put windows there. We are going to the second floor. I cannot access that door nor the Reno zone because they have it locked. Is there a way to be home? Now we are in the second floor. Here is the main electrical panel of the second floor. I put that down. I will explain that later. All the electrical panels of the second floor are here, except my air conditioner that is in the first floor. Never explained why. They never explain why they do that. This is kind of my kitchen zone. You can see from here the roof of the Rena. Here is a room that is practically used as my storage room. These are my stuff that they simply move as they want. This is the Reno zone again. This is another storage room. It has a very particular glass square there. This is my room, my torture chamber. This is the bathroom they remodeled, supposedly because there was a broken pipe that must be restored, repaired for not weakening the concrete column downstairs that I will explain later. The fact is they remodeled it in the very exact way I don't like bathrooms. Even it doesn't have even hot water that they know I use. It's a very awkward choice to place a closet like closing the light, but well, that is what they did. Before, this was here. And this is my gas chamber, my torture room. I stay most of the day here with the dogs. They are right now calm. The toxication has been quite light in the last hours. Sulfhydrogen was the thing smelled in the last hours, and what is more concordant to the dog's symptoms too. Chlorine haven't been used in the last hours, but it's the most used toxic gas right now, chlorine. And this is the closet. Whoa! I have no idea why that fell. I didn't move that. Oh God. I have no idea when they moved that. I'm just going to show very absurd things, like putting glass squares where no one is going to enjoy them. I mean, the light is like nonsensical to be shown there. This will be the general introduction to the whole spaces of this Unbeing House. We are talking about Unbeing architecture that is designed from scratch to enforce Unbeing, to manipulate the nature of those who are in the house, in the residence. And so you cannot be according to your own nature. And that means psychosocial imprisonment, that means constant gaslighting, that means torture, always directed to the psychosocial control, narcissistic abuse tactics. This will be the end of video introduction 1.